Previously on the Lineage of Moonreach. I showed up into Wolves Rest to reunite with Tomar and Gorbel, who I hadn't seen in almost 2 years. Looks like they made some new friends, and Tomar got a little busy while I'd been away and had 3 little grumpkins of his own. They filled me in on what they had experienced, and I them after they made me drink some truth serum. I met everybody around town, reunited with my best friend Janice, and then they showed me what happened to Lewin. Said she'd been in a coma and she was all stitched up, and I wasn't happy about that. But we got her awake and we're doing some equine therapy, and Gorbel kind of started staring off into space in the middle of the field, and we're not sure what's up with that.
The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach.
So welcome to the D20 Syndicate podcast.
Woo! Well.
Woo!
Mom?
Yeah. And a weekly actual play 5e Dungeons and Dragons podcast. I am your host and DM, Seth. And around the table, we have our players.
I'm Billy, and I play Willem.
I'm Tomas, I play Tomar.
I'm Elijah, and I play Hirstag.
I'm Lindsey, and I play Pinwin.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Gorbel.
That's right, folks. Here we are. This is our blood.
Sweat.
What?
Putting it out here.
Cheers.
This is me.
This is our
Raw.
This is our pumpkin.
Open book. I like bunnies. And I'm not ashamed. I've had them bunnies all day.
I just want to pit the
I
rabbits.
love that voice.
That's my next character I've been practicing. It's going to ruin our podcast.
You've been practicing that voice.
I've had bunnies all day. Oh, we got some more coming down the hill. We better go get them. We're get my bare legs.
It just sounds like Patton Oswalt doing a redneck voice.
Exactly.
You're fucking killing it, man.
So as you can tell, we are the most perfect comedians that has ever been bestowed on this earth by God
Obviously.
himself.
We've been
Right.
drinking as well.
Have we?
Guess what?
Fat with pizza.
I haven't.
He says
For
have
a
we
change.
as he grabs
What's
a
wrong?
can
Are you
of
okay?
beer.
Are you sick?
She must be
It's
sick.
called a hangover.
I got
you
one
know
of
what
those.
cures
I
that?
don't know.
Hear the dog.
Hangover. More like Pragover.
Oh.
My
somebody-
secret.
Did somebody do a bump dump or what's the other one?
Somebody
Please,
did a-
God, no.
Somebody did a blumpkin.
Okay,
Please, no more of that.
you can't get pregnant from
A
a
blumpkin?
bump dump. Or,
I don't know. There's
Please.
trajectory, physics, and magic involved.
And gravity.
And, well,
And
yeah,
pumpkins.
trajectory and physics.
no, not with that.
Oh. Anyway, so here we are. We play D&D. We fucking do dumb bullshit. Yeah. So we are now in our new format. So we're doing one weekly episode that's roughly 2 hours long. And I know you guys are all going to love this new format.
If not, then don't tell us.
Then I got a pier that you can take a long walk off of, and it's a short one.
There you go. Short period, long walk.
If you're just joining the show,
Sorry.
go back.
Yeah,
and
turn back now.
we have a lot of episodes now. Catch up because you're going to be way confused now.
Absolutely. Gunky Evil. That's the first episode. Check that one out. Start there.
Billy won't be there, but
No, Billy won't be there, but he's here now.
That's okay because it's all downhill from here.
yes.
Everything is. But yeah.
Amen,
So now we're going to do an Around the Campfire question to get our characters in character.
If you want to submit a campfire question, then you become a patron on Patreon.
That's right. Donate to our Patreon and help us starving. Well, I wouldn't call us artists really, but you know,
Speak for yourself.
yes. Except for Billy, who uses his menstrual blood for painting. The rest of us are not artists. Okay, for tonight's Around the Campfire question, what is your character's greatest fear, whether deep or irrational? Hirstag.
Probably
losing those closest to me again. It's a short answer, but
You looked at me like it was my fault.
You killed all them trees.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do what I can to keep the group alive.
So that's your deepest fear?
Mm-hmm.
Any others you want to throw out there I can use against you?
Mm-mm.
All right, sweet.
You asked me my deepest one.
You didn't have to stop at one. Anyway, Willem, deepest fear.
I have an irrational fear of water, large bodies of water, being in water, being submerged in water. Yeah.
Drinking water.
Not so much drinking water. Drinking water is surprisingly nourishing and refreshing.
He's like, but now that I think about it.
But now that I think about it, I might choke the next time I try to drink some water. I better have some more beer.
Gorbel, deepest fear.
Everyone, earmuffs.
I can hear better now.
Thank you.
I have a fear of being alone.
Well, we knew that.
She said earmuffs.
You guys aren't here. This is private.
You said it like this is the
confessional.
Get out of my booth.
This is
Is
the
that my
real world
confession?
confessional. Road rules, bitch.
Pinwin.
You knew it was coming, right? Like, okay. I'm Pinwin Dingleroot, and I am not afraid of anything. There is nothing that can scare me. There are some things that maybe made me think about being scared, but I can't be scared because I have to keep moving, so nothing will scare me.
Oh, this
Nothing.
This little guy.
Nothing.
This little guy's afraid of everything.
I am Pinwin Dingleroot, and I'm afraid of nothing.
Oh, sorry. Were you in here, little guy? I didn't realize it was your turn. Sorry. I'll come back later.
Nothing.
Tomar, deepest fear.
Deep, dark, existential nothingness that I can't escape from forever.
Neat.
Yep.
Sorry, this music.
Anyway.
All right.
Terrified of the vacuous emptiness of space. Fucking Geddy Lee just getting it in the background while you're just like on the verge of tears.
That kind of settles it for the Around the Campfire question. That was a very concise and short, probably the shortest we've ever done.
Why, you got another one?
Should we do two? Yeah.
I'll do another one. Fuck
love
it.
these.
Fuck. It's the weekend. I don't give a shit.
It's a freaking weekend, baby.
Du-du.
It's a freaking chicken, baby.
There was a chicken baby.
There was a chicken, baby.
Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Bok, bok.
No, they're called chicks.
It's true.
You uncultured swine.
All right, second question. How does your character imagine they're going to meet their end? Most likely scenario. Hirstag again.
Oh my
Man, this is deep.
Well, I'll probably be really, really old and in my own castle with my family all around the bed. And we'll be eating some good berry pie and just yucking it up.
Yucking it up.
And then all of a sudden, my heart will go. And I'll just be smiling and looking off at the wall. And then they won't realize for a couple minutes. And that'll be the end of old Hirstag.
And then my grandson Charlie will find a golden ticket in his chocolate bar. And I'll jump out of bed like nothing was ever wrong with me. We're going to the factory, buddy.
Just picturing you dying among your family and them not realizing it.
Oh, look at that dumb face he's making.
Go hug Grandpa good night.
Tomer. Tumor? How you down there? Oh, Tomer.
Well, I'm gonna go down there to the bayou.
You're gonna get my leg.
I don't know, probably some shenanigans with the Nightmare Diamond or something. Kind of fucked myself.
Are you planning on dying soon?
Not planning on it, but shenanigans.
They rarely do.
I've kind of boned myself in multiple ways, so wouldn't be surprised about anything, to be honest.
Fair. That's fair.
But I won't go down without a fight.
All right. Gorbel.
So if I don't die in some battle, I'll probably be old, aging. My body will probably start to fail, and then I will take my own life.
Every time. I thought you were going to start copying Hirstag. Old in a castle surrounded by my family.
No, I want to die on my terms.
Probably going to get tore up by your wolf army that you've been creating.
Or maybe they will all love me.
Yeah, they'll all be allies. We're gonna have an ally wolf pack with the wolves of Moonreach. Duh.
Maybe I'm like their wolf mother.
Yeah.
Woman.
Den mother.
Yeah, you woman.
Oh, wolf mother.
Yeah.
I got it.
You got to be a woman. Pinwin. How you dying?
Well, I honestly try to avoid thinking about the end and death in general because it's heavy
Scared?
and not scared at all.
Hey
Just
guys, I
more
heard
like
Pinwin's scared of death.
I don't want to really dwell on a lot of things, and yeah, I like to live in now and just get now all figured out. But I'm thinking I may end up dying as an adventurer. I'm a little reckless sometimes, I'll admit, but yeah, I guess we'll see. Death is kind of a mystery, and it seems to have its own plan, so I guess I don't know my death plan, but it's whatever it's meant to be.
Come on, we all know you're going to die by sticking your head in something.
I mean, maybe it'll be sticking my head in a portal, but I've been in 5 and done okay, so that's where I'm at.
Hasn't taken me out yet. Willem, how you dying?
Well, I used to imagine it'd be one of two things. Either dying in battle next to these fine comrades, or probably more likely, as I've been prone to thinking lately, somewhere at the bottom of a bottle. But within the last day or so, I've started actually wondering whether or not this little guy that I just met is going to kill me in my sleep.
Giving you the creepy eye.
Oh, I think I heard him.
Just scampering around here.
Scampering. I got to put a bell on that thing.
All right, so, yeah, let's start. So,
Okay.
you guys were...
10. I win.
Oh, shit, idiot. 11. Sorry.
Sorry.
You didn't even roll.
By one,
I pre-rolled my first 50 rolls before we got here.
Yeah. It's called strategy, dummy.
It's called letting the yeast rise.
What?
You got to prepare the dough before you make the bread. Dickweed.
But the yeast rising is at the end.
Yep.
I know what I said. All right, so you guys are in the field, and Gorbel started staring off into space. Gorbel, you are in that cavern, and you were just visited by none other than your old companion, Jennifer. And she said to you, she doesn't have a lot of time, but she has to tell you something important.
Tell me.
And she lowers her voice as if whispering a little bit, and she kind of looks around, almost as if she's not fully where you are. And she looks around, and she leans in close, and she says, "They are setting many traps for you all over Veldland. They are planning to take you guys down. They have figured out a way of taking Prince Othus's essence and using that against you. Because as you know, only royal blood can activate the true power of the lineage stones. They're planning on using him for that express purpose, and they're planning on using it against you guys. Be very wary of going anywhere without careful planning. They have a couple of different locations that they think you guys are going to be.
Where?
They think Moonreach. They think you could go to Rose Lake, Starhost, or even Deepminster. So be very, very careful. I have to go.
Are you okay?
No. And then she disappears.
In the 5th, your ass goes down.
Oh. You said Moonreach, Rose Lake.
Deepminster
and Starhost.
and Starhost.
Everywhere we need to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
All the places that we were, in fact,
Except
thinking of
for
going.
Workrag.
Those are all the ones in the book, right?
Yeah, let's go to
Two of-
Warcrag.
The Belderock. They didn't say the Belderock.
Is that a place? Is
Yes.
Warcrag a place?
Workrag.
I thought that was a god.
Am I snapped
It
out of
is.
it now?
Yes, you come
It's a
to in the
god and a
field.
place.
Read the article, my friend.
So Gorbel or
If you go to our D20 Syndicate website, you can learn all about Workrag and the legacy of the dwarves, which
It's
really
super
is now
boring.
going to do that. It's actually really cool, and I wrote it myself. Thank you very much.
Super neat.
So you know it's gonna suck.
So Gorbel, are you okay? That was kind of weird. You just went like,
I'm trying to
No,
just, like,
concentrate
stop.
here.
you're not?
Something really weird just happened.
What happened?
It was like I went to a different place and I saw Jennifer.
Jennifer, you saw her?
I saw Jennifer. She had a message for me.
What'd she say?
She said that we're in danger and the council has devised a plan to take us out, and there are traps set up around the country to kill us.
Since when is
Also-
that news? That's literally every time we go anywhere.
Okay, if this happened to you, you would be like super brooding and like all attention would have to be on Tomar about this. Let me have this.
No, I mean literally, like, we go to Roundfoot Town, it's sacked. We go to Ravenmore, it's sacked. We go to anywhere, it's sacked.
I mean,
That's
to
just
be
what
fair,
happens.
we
They're
went to
ready-
those places and didn't know that.
They are ready to kill us.
They were trying to
They
kill
have
us.
traps in place. Also, they're going to use Prince Othis against us.
That
How?
sucks.
They're using him to activate the Lineage Stone,
Sorry.
which we don't have.
What do you mean? How do you do that?
It has to be royal blood.
What? How do you activate it? I don't understand. Do we know anything about this sort of thing?
If you'll recall, Varolus had mentioned that
Sorry.
there's a secret secondary reason that the lineage stones were crafted.
Contingency
I
plans.
mean, yeah. Varolus knew some about it. I bet Mandoran would know some about it because he was buddies with Varolus. Another reason why we should scry on Mandoran.
Well, Hirstag's scrying on Smoochie right now.
I know.
Scrying doesn't let you communicate with them. It just lets me tell where they are.
Right. Well, yeah.
I'm busy scrying.
Scry harder.
Do or do not, there is no scry.
They know where we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not surprised. We need to go prepared, that's for sure. Doesn't mean we shouldn't go, because we definitely need to go. They already know we're here anyway.
Right.
We're fucked, no matter what. So we might as well be fucked, but also kill Calcifer.
What?
Maybe
That's
the
loud.
best way to keep the town safe is to just not be there.
Hirstag,
Hmm.
you pick anything up yet?
Not yet. People keep talking.
Well, scry hard with a vengeance.
Bridge over the river Scry.
Scry Baby with Johnny Depp.
Good movie.
It is a good movie.
Home Scries.
So it takes. so it takes.
Starring Luke Wilson and Drew Barrymore.
Scried green tomatoes.
That's a good one.
That's my
Scry
favorite.
hard.
That's a good one.
well,
just
Billy
said
said
that.
Scry
Oh,
hard
did
with a
he?
vengeance.
I didn't
Yep.
catch that at all.
I like to imagine the whole time you've been Scry hard.
That was a good try, little guy. Anyway,
So eventually, you are able to scry hard.
Oh, there it is.
And you guys watch as his you guys watch as his body emanates with this green mist magic, and his eyes
Ew.
his eyes like fog over as if he's seeing from far away.
you guys smell that?
Yeah, I think he shit his pants.
And Hirstag, you suddenly you are in the middle of a battlefield. You watch all around you. You actually feel compelled to step out of the way, even though it's not unnecessary, as countless soldiers start running past you. And you look and you can see Smoozog, who you've never actually met. This is who you're scrying for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just making sure.
That would have been weird.
You see this massive half-orc, just big, muscular dude chopping through all of these soldiers. He's flanked by a couple of helpful allies. What appears to be a blonde halfling woman who's buzzing around him at the top speed, a flaming sword in her hand, and cutting through tons of different soldiers. You've got like you can see. Shit, I can't remember if you met. Oh no, you haven't met any of these people. You can see a man with a bald pate and an eye patch, firing crossbow bolts, double-handed. He's dual-wielding hand crossbows, firing into a crowd of soldiers. You see this massive, monstrous human with like hugely muscular, with a long flowing robe, pulling what appears to be like tincture bottles out and hurling them en masse into this oncoming army, and they're just exploding. You see this insanely like sporadic little gnome woman with this a shock of gray hair as she's leaping over people and hurling explosive things as well. And you can see that there's this blonde gentleman, a very like lithe blonde gentleman who has a book open, and he's casting spells everywhere, and they're just wrecking shit but everywhere around you is chaos. And far in the distance you can see mountains, and even further off to the kind of to your east you can see since it's still morning up where the sun rose, you can see that there's along the horizon the sparkle of the ocean. So this is somewhere near a coast, and this battle continues and rages on, and you can see different people on Smoozog's side helping him and aiding him, and he seems to have an army of these basically tribesmen at his back, and they're all just cutting into these soldiers, and that's primarily what you see during your time. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
A tree.
Okay. Give me perception.
Come on, baby. Jesus.
18.
Far in the distance, there is a tree line. A bunch of large, gnarled conifers in an interesting shape that you know for a fact only really happens up in the northeast. You see many lines of those, many big enough to perhaps be transported through. And
can I get I'm just going to try to focus on one that catches my eye.
Okay.
Just to get really familiar with it.
Yeah, there's one that has like most of them have like a pale, like, like light bark color. One looks like it's a little bit more reddish than the others. It stands out to you immediately, and that's the one that you start to focus on, really learn and understand.
Okay. I'll just do that for the remainder of the time.
And it's 10 minutes, right?
Yep.
Okay, so for that 10 minutes, you watch this battle unfold, but it looks like the battle hasn't been raging for very long, but it definitely looks like it's very evenly matched. You can see soldiers, like countless soldiers in either direction. But you don't see any cities, you don't see any like specific landmarks other than the mountains, the ocean, and those trees.
Does Smoochie look cool?
Smoochie looks baller. You watch as he grabs one guy by the neck and hurls him into one of his fellow soldiers. Another guy jumps on top of him, attempting to stab him with a knife, but he crushes his throat and then chops down another dude with an axe. And that's the last thing you see when your scrying ends.
Whoa. You okay, buddy?
That was cool. They're whooping ass.
You found him?
Yeah. I found a tree. They're fighting right now.
Who are they fighting?
Oh, I didn't get a good look.
Did he say he found a tree?
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah, we need trees.
Does anybody... What? is with the trees?
You'll get acquainted with it sooner or later.
You'll see.
Yep. You'll see. Tree.
Trust in the nature
Tree.
wizard.
Did he look in danger?
He looked like he was just stomping everybody. Like, I mean, yeah, he might get killed, but he was really whooping ass.
Nah, his shit's fire.
That's the vibe I got.
Anyone else there with him?
Yeah, there was like a gnome, halfling woman, a really big human.
Ah,
They were throwing like bottles or something at people.
Chaos Company.
Chaos Company. Vorcha and Herc.
Vocha.
Vocha. What did I say?
Vorcha, like Mass Effect.
Like Mass Effect breed.
Yeah.
Our teeth are too big. Herc and Maury and Lance.
Well, yeah.
Shit. Should we go help them?
They also looked badass.
How many tree things do you have a day?
Well, I can do it a few times, but I've used some spells today already.
Do you have enough where we could go there and come back for the festival?
Really?
Would we
That's
just
like-
come right back for the festival?
Yeah, why not?
It's like a battle.
I mean, more reason to celebrate as long as we live and stuff.
I mean, we don't want them to die. They're our allies.
Right.
We went deep into Deepminster
God damn it.
to free Vocha.
I mean,
Do you
I
have
would
enough
I
for
I
there
would
and
go
back?
if you guys want to.
You couldn't tell what kind of soldiers they were fighting?
How are we going to get there in time? What are you guys talking about?
We can go there, like, right away, instantly.
How?
By tree, baby.
Can we get back today?
How many enemies were left?
Yeah.
We can? Well, why not then?
Quite a few, right? Yeah, it was like the start of the battle, I
They
think.
definitely wouldn't see us coming, so...
How
Let's do
large
it.
was the
They wouldn't
opposing
expect
force?
a whirlwind right in the middle.
Just make sure to leave a slot for us to get back, because I want to do the festival.
Well, we can rest, right? Is the festival tonight, or
Yes.
It's tonight.
so we got to go to a war and be back by supper time?
Just another day in the life of the Wolves of Moonreach.
This is super messed up.
I'm starting to
I'm not
understand the
keen on
rumors about you
leaving
guys.
Smoochie to die. So,
How large was the opposing force?
Large,
lots.
Well, if
but
we can,
they
if
but
we can
these
make
guys
it,
were super badass.
If we
I
can
can't
make it-
stress that enough.
let's get a piece of that pie.
All right,
Why not, as long as we're back for the festival?
I don't know what you guys are talking
yeah,
about,
we'll
but we'll
totally
fucking-
be
let's-
sure. Yeah,
We should probably take Lewin back to Wolves Rest, though.
Lewin, what do you think?
maybe she could like
What
We don't want to make a
test her
battle,
battle
too
skills.
soon.
Are we going into battle?
You don't have to.
We
Yeah,
are.
no,
you don't
we
have
don't.
to.
You just
Yeah.
woke up, so...
We don't want to make her battle that soon.
You can stay.
I'll stay. That makes me feel a little
Yeah.
uncomfortable to just. I mean, I just woke
Yeah,
up.
we wouldn't
makes
make you
sense.
do that. No.
You sound quiet.
Sorry.
She's very fatigued.
Better work on that.
Maybe you should get down off that horse. It's hard to hear. It's a very tall horse. It's hard to hear you from way up there.
Look how loud I have to yell.
That's a really tall horse. That's a horse of a different height.
So let's go?
Do you
sure.
want us to walk you back, or do you know the way back?
Oh, that's right.
Well, if it's really urgent, go. I can find my way back.
Just be careful.
Well, where's the nearest tree? Maybe she's bringing her back is on the way to the nearest tree.
Well, you are in an open field, and the nearest trees would be fairly close to right outside of Moonreach.
Tomar, has she met Hazel?
I mean, Hazel might know she exists.
Yeah, but they haven't physically met.
Would she be comfortable with not really watching, but would she be welcome with Hazel?
Why? Okay, well, Lewin,
Does that make you
Oh,
uncomfortable?
you can stay in my house.
Lewin, you could just go back to the tavern for now. They have food and drink there. Somebody in town can lead you there.
And if that smarmy fuck Janice is an asshole, let me know.
This is the most serious face Willem's ever made. He fucking hates him.
To be fair, though, Janice is full of hospitality now.
To be fair,
We've
though,
gone
I
through
can't
a lot
hear
of
you.
training.
You're so far away from my ears. I can't hear what you're telling me. All right, let's go, guys.
Pinwin is upset.
Pinwin will remember that.
Okay, so you guys want to send Luin to the tavern, right?
Yeah, you better not make her abducted on the way or some shit.
As you watch her disappear, a hawk comes flying out, picks her up. Her and the horse. Peregrine Falcon. So yeah, she trots back to the city.
All right,
Flippity
well,
clap.
I wasn't expecting this today, but
Let's do it.
I don't know if they're going to expect us to show up there, so...
That would that be one of these places? Are these places mountainy, oceany?
I mean, it'd be northeast of Starhost,
It
so
might-
Starhost would be the nearest, probably.
Or it might be Rose Lake, but I don't know if it is.
Because it
Oh,
was
I
funny
should
because she just
mention-
told us a plan and we're about to like
There was
just
a buddy.
jump in without a plan.
It was near a coast. There was water,
Was it an ocean coast,
In the
or was
distance.
it like a lake?
ocean, right?
It was a big body. It was hard to tell.
Big body of water. Could I roll
Now-
nature or anything to be able to tell?
Yeah.
We need to be extremely careful, not just because we're going into a battle, but this could be a trap.
My nature roll was 11.
I fully expect like Calcifer to be like, "Yo, what's up, guys?" and just come out of
Well,
the dark.
we need to be careful of the council also.
We're gonna fucking kill the council.
Let's just go and swing in. It seems like no matter where we go, we're going to have to be on our toes. Fucking weapons drawn.
Yes, but I'm just reiterating.
I pull out my...
Be careful.
Reiterating, be
Petrified
careful.
wood
Allow me to
sword.
retort. Let's fuck shit up.
Yeah, with an 11, it was too far away to tell.
I figured.
Shouldn't you have like a plus 20 to nature, Mr.
Nope.
Treeman? Mr. Treeman?
I'm just not into science, really. I talk to nature, but I don't really know much about it. A little bit.
You just live
Beautiful
it.
mystery.
Let's do your tree travel. I don't know what you guys are talking about still, but
Or you got to be ready because it takes like 6 seconds before it closes.
oh.
You gotta jump through.
All right, so on your marks.
Is there a tree nearby?
Yeah, up near the city itself, there's a nice little copse of trees that have started to grow up recently. Your resident druid might have something to do with that. But yeah, right outside the walls, there are some trees, nice and thick, that you can probably use as
Ladies.
a potential doorway.
This one looks nice. Okay, I'll take my staff and I'll start drawing the outline of a door.
Mm-hmm.
Draw that doorknob.
I start running at it.
Grab it.
And you pull it open.
Pull it open right in
I
time.
dive in.
Okay, so yeah, so Willem dives in head
Falls
first.
down a cliff.
No,
All right, I
I'll
go
hop in.
Yep.
All right, you all jump in. Mm-hmm. You guys fly through this portal. Now, Willem, this is an extremely bizarre sensation for you. You feel like you're being pulled, compressed, smashed all at once in a swirling vortex of colors. And then before you even have time to really register it, you guys are in the middle of a raging battlefield. About 100 feet away from you, you can see armies of men and all sorts of humanoid races clashing against each other. This is a big scale battle. The soldiers you guys can see look to be as though they're not necessarily Veldalinian. They're not wearing any armor of something that you recognize. It all looks to be like cobbled together hodgepodge cluster army. Like, it doesn't seem to be flying under. You don't see any banners. You don't see anything like that. And you guys are behind.
Man, that suck
the
at their
enemy
training.
You
We're
guys
just killing them.
You guys are behind enemy lines, and on the far side, you can hear a lot of like screaming oaths, and what you can imagine now, from those of you who have familiarity with Smoochie, you can hear him going into rage. You can hear like a on the other side of the battlefield, and you can hear there's so much noise and just crunching and smashing as these armies are attacking each other. And they're about 100 feet away from you as the nearest end line for these soldiers, and no one has noticed you.
Cool.
I draw my bow.
Pass without a trace? Or do we just come in guns blazing? I mean, bows blazing.
Well, I don't know if we want them to all turn and fight us right away.
How
'cause
many?
We're only
Pass without a trace.
5 of us.
There's several hundred soldiers.
I will cast Pass without a trace.
Is there like a group that's clustered without our allies and they're fighting them?
I mean, yeah, you guys are behind them, so most of your allies would be far on the other side. So there's a nice little swatch of enemies that you wouldn't have to worry about hitting your comrades.
Okay. So Willem, you'll have a +10 to Dex stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. We all do. Yep. That's Pass without a trace.
Plus 10 to Dex.
Plus 10 to your stealth.
Thanks, little one.
No problem. Let's go.
All right, well, let's proceed quietly as far as we can, and then when we can just get the drop on them.
Okay, so you guys start sneaking across this wide open field. very, very stealthily.
battlefield.
Yeah. Moving towards the enemy, getting closer and closer. And when you're about 50 feet away from them, you guys hear...
It's a cow!
Get him!
It's a cow wizard.
To the far off to your left, where there is no battle happening, in where it dips down into the valley from the mountains, you see this shape lumbering along at top speed. Some sort of giant creature carrying a hammer, rushing towards Smoochie's side of the battle.
How far away is it?
This thing is a few hundred feet away from you.
Is that a friend or a foe?
Doesn't look friendly.
How fast is it moving?
Very.
I'm sorry, how close did you say?
A
A few hundred feet. How tall is it?
It's big.
Oh,
This giant creature, imagine that's a hammer instead of a club, but this giant creature wrapped in principally a loincloth is rushing.
Yeah.
It's
Taller than 10 feet.
He's still a shame.
it's roughly 40 or 50 feet tall.
Fuck.
And give me a perception roll.
Jeez.
28.
16?
16.
Natural motherfucking 20.
Nice. What did you get?
13.
13. What was yours?
28.
16.
16.
Okay. Gorbel and Pinwin, you guys spot just almost imperceptibly around this giant creature. You can see that there are a few shapes running along with it.
Sorry, I got 16.
You got what? 16. That's all right. You still didn't see it.
Jesus.
It's just, like I said, they're next to and behind this giant creature running, and they are also carrying weapons, and they look to be maybe orcs, not half orcs,
What the fuck are those?
but full on orcs.
Those are huge. What are they?
Are those orcs?
Oh my gosh, I think those are orcs.
Pretty sure that's a giant Gorbel.
Oh my god.
See much?
There's just a giant there. That's all there is.
These
I
guys, I tell you.
We have, like,
playfully elbow
Perfect eyes.
Tamar.
I think we need to run over there.
Yeah, we can take that one guy.
And do what?
We're
Well,
gonna
we
take
got-
him down.
Fight the thing. Are you high?
How do you plan on doing
If
this?
so,
With the fucking
with
sword.
what?
Okay, you're an
So-
idiot.
So we're closer to that.
Gorbel the
Where
scaredy
we-
cat. I don't know.
You've got an army in front of you, and this thing rushing, getting closer and closer. What do you guys want to do?
Well, we either start fighting the little guys or start fighting the big
I
guy.
think Smoochie can handle the little guys.
We have to get closer if we're gonna do anything.
Well, let's
I can
do
use Dimension Door.
What is that?
I can bring one person with me, and me and one other person can take on the giant. Who's coming with?
Take me.
Okay, let's
What are
do
you going
this.
to do? You're not using your sword on it.
I absolutely am.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Roll initiative.
Man, I'm rolling shit.
17.
18.
10.
11.
24. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So, you're first to act, Willem. What are you going to do in this moment?
Well, since Pinwin took Tomar with him, or is going to, I'm going to just run and get closer to the big guy, basically just within range.
Okay.
So, for your context, I would like to please get to at least 150 feet of this fucker.
If you charge right now, in this round, you'll be within 150 feet for your next round. So you charge forward. Pinwin, you going to use Dimension Door?
I am.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if I've done this yet. I'm going to take out my pick, and I'm going to trace a doorway, and then I'm going to set it for like maybe about here.
What's the range on your Dimension Door?
500 feet.
Oh, nice.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Can you get me closer than that?
I kind of want to try to have a little bit of distance at first.
How far away is that?
Well,
5,
I mean,
50,
Pinwin,
20,
we're-
25, 30, 35.
That's enough.
Okay.
okay, so Pinwin traces a door in the air with his pick, and a magical, ornate door appears, and you...
Let's go.
And then you and Tomar hop through it. So go ahead and move your characters there.
Sorry.
With shadow.
Wait, no, only
You can
two.
only.
Oh, that's right. Shit, yeah. He'll catch up to me.
You don't
Okay.
want him over here anyway.
Nah.
Okay.
Okay.
So Pinwin, that was your turn. Tomar, it's your turn.
So I'm gonna
Gorbel, you're on deck.
take my sword and swing it into a circle.
Okay.
And inside the circle, you're gonna see the top of his shoulder.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hop down onto it and do a stabbing strike onto his shoulder blade.
So what's the spell?
Death from above.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so you trace the you trace a circle with your sword, and then yes, his shoulder comes into view.
$32.
That fucking
It
die
hits.
is death from above.
Clonk. $14 damage.
14. So,
Holy
Pinwin, you watch as Tomar traces a circle, leaps through, and suddenly he's up in the air, slamming his sword down in the shoulder of this beast. This.
I'm gonna hold on to the sword for now because
right.
I can't do another
Give
thing.
me athletics. Or no, sorry, give me a strength save.
11.
11. You lose your grip, and you and your sword slide out of his shoulder. Give me a dex save.
12.
12. So you take a little tumble from quite a distance, and you take 12 damage, fall damage. So this thing is moving so fast that it kind of threw you out of there, and you hit the ground kind of hard. And so, Pinwin, you see that then. You see him fall right next to this beast. Gorbel.
I'm going to race over.
Get as close as you can?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can move a total of, 120 feet? Is that right, if you charge?
That's doubled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's 60, right?
Yep.
So you'll be right up in that... Let me see here. Okay. All right, Gorbel. Do you have any, free actions or anything?
No.
Okay, so Willem, you see Gorbel just way fast, so fast going past you, just yeah. Oh, sorry. That's her feet slapping in the sandals, in her speed sandals. Have you never seen me do that before?
No.
Yeah, I baffled them that one time I did it.
I'm also
and
getting
now
a
we
spell
always
ready.
demand
I
it.
assume it's already
All
been
right,
addressed.
and readying a spell. Okay, Hirstag.
From right where I'm standing, I'm going to cast Plant Growth
Okay.
in front of those charging guys with the big giant.
Okay. So show me where you're going to cast it.
So it's going to start like around back here.
Oh, okay.
And extend all the way out to the battlefield to try to keep them from reaching.
And what's the span
the
of this
span
spell?
is
Is it like 200 feet or something?
Damn.
it's 150 feet.
Okay.
And the range is also 150 feet. So I'll be able to cast it from right where I'm at.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it.
Okay, so you guys, well, nobody sees this, but Hirstag steps out and waves his staff in the air, concentrates, mutters under his breath.
I
And
guess we're fighting these guys.
and he, and then Tomar, out of the ground around you, you see all this plant life, and you're positive you know exactly what's happening there. Hirstag has cast Plant Growth, and that's double difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this immediately like slows down this creature to the point that he is, and you can hear the creatures behind him very angrily yelling as they seem to be having a difficult time, a double difficult time.
So Hirstag can hear them yelling from where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
So I can hear him too.
Yep.
I speak Orcish.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
So do I.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Yeah, so you guys hear them being like, "What the fuck?
Excellent.
What the fuck is this going with fucking magic?
Enhance. Enhance.
So yeah, you two both hear that from where you're at.
I just start smiling as I'm running towards them.
All right, Tomar. The giant sees you down below
Oh, shit.
and lifts his hammer, and he's gonna swing at you.
Baby.
17 does not hit you, luckily. So this, you see this hammer coming down at the last second. You roll to the side, and this hammer that's bigger than your body strikes the earth, and you see the crater that's left there, and you know that that looks real fucking bad for anybody who gets hit by that hammer.
Roll. Roll.
You can hear some grumbling. You don't speak Orcish, do you? So you just hear some like, but you don't see anything else happen at the moment.
She said bitterly.
Willem.
I'm going to continue making my way downtown to
Okay.
these fucking assholes.
Okay.
And what am I doing? 30?
I thought you were trying to get within 150 feet.
Yeah, that would be great.
You are.
I am currently.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Whew, okay. Sweet. Well, I'm gonna target the big fuck,
Okay.
and I'm gonna let loose some fucking arrows.
All right. Sweet.
And does Pinwin's plus 10 stack with my already plus?
It's for stealth.
Yeah.
rolls.
So
Oh.
unless you're doing like a sneak attack.
Well, I mean, am I far enough away to have not been noticed at this point?
I mean, you would definitely not be noticed at this point.
So, plus 10 to sneak attack.
No,
It would be
be to your stealth.
yeah. So you would be you are stealth, but you would have advantage. Which if you hit with advantage, then it would be a sneak attack. If you're attempting a sneak attack.
Okay, so advantage, I get to roll again.
Mm-hmm.
Please. Okay, that's better. Plus 10, 23.
23. It hits.
Sick.
So you're firing your longbow,
My
short
long-
bow? Okay.
longbow.
So overhead, Gorbel, you see an arrow fly, and
Jesus.
and Tomar, you see right into the stomach of this creature an arrow, and it. Go ahead and roll damage, and then add your sneak attack damage.
11 plus 8d6. Holy shit.
All right.
That was a lot of ones.
7,
Oh man, yeah.
8, 9, 10. So 21.
Total.
Yeah.
Is that added the 11?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So that arrow seemed to come out of nowhere, and Tomar, as you look, at it, it definitely surprised that creature to get hit by this all of a sudden, and it seemed like it dug pretty deep because it wasn't anticipating this attack. Pinwin. Tomar, you're on deck.
I am going to take out my blue ice arrow.
Okay.
And I'm going to try shooting with that while also hopefully casting Ensnaring Strike at 5th level.
Okay.
We'll see. Okay.
No favorite enemy
No.
for the big fucking giant thing.
No. I have 1 a week. Holy fuck that. Oh my god.
You don't have one a week. You have one a day.
Huh?
You have one a day.
I take 1 a days.
It's 1 a day, but if they
If they
get
don't
away,
die, then it's 1 a week. Okay.
then it's a week before you can do it again.
Okay, then I'll do favorite enemy. Okay.
Well, you already rolled, so you'll have to wait. So you can do it next round. But with that one, did that hit?
Maybe 18.
18 does not hit. No? Okay, so Pinwin's 2 shots. He's moving a bit too much, and he's slamming down that hammer just as you fire, and it just goes right over his shoulder. Tomar.
I'm going to trace my hands in the pattern of a sundial,
Okay.
and time around me is going to slow down.
Fucking nice.
The world around you slows as you channel raw energy from the ethereal plane. You instantly receive a free action. You have advantage on attack rolls until the end of your next turn, and all enemies have disadvantage on attacks against you until the end of your next turn. So with my turn, I'm gonna attack this motherfucker triple chop. So 17 doesn't hit. 21 and then 29.
Your second 2 attacks hit. So the first one you're gearing up and you go for a tentative swipe, you miss, but your second 2 attacks strike true.
13 damage. 13 damage.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna fucking action surge. And I'm gonna attack him 3 more times with advantage. Okay, so 2 of them hit.
2 of them hit. Okay. And the damage.
$11 and 14.
11 and 14. So, Pinwin, you watch as Tomar, he has one tentative, like, swipe, and then it seems like he gets his radius in, and you just see him, like, two swipes, like a crisscross. He misses with his 3rd attack there, but his 4th and 5th attacks also hit. So he's just chopping away at this thing, and it's... And he lowers his gaze at you, Tomar, after you see ribbons of blood kind of tumble out of him. And Gorbel, it's your turn.
I yell to Tomar, "Step back!" And,
It does me no good now.
well,
As he
I said
firmly
it.
places his hands on his hips.
and I'm going to reach my arms out with my hands outstretched and raise them up and cast Reverse Gravity.
Okay, what's the save?
Dex save 18, and I am aiming it like right in front of Tomar, so I don't want him in there, but I want, like, you know, at least part of this massive giant and then all of those orcs.
Okay, and what was the save again? I'm sorry.
18.
18. None of them save. Whoa. So,
Fuck yeah.
Tomar, you turn and watch Gorbel reach her hands out. And then how do you do it? I'm sorry. And she just lifts her hands up in the air, and you watch as the giant is there a height or a size?
Yeah. So the giant is mostly just for distraction. It'll probably really damage the orcs, but it's 100 feet high.
100 feet high. But I mean, is there a size discrepancy?
Oh, 50-foot radius.
I mean, does it say for? Sorry, I'm not
The size of the creature.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant to say. Sorry. I just kept saying size.
Yeah.
No. all creatures and objects that aren't somehow anchored to the ground in that area fall upward.
For upward 100 feet, you said?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so...
And since there's nothing in the way, they'll just hover there until I stop concentrating. Then they'll fall.
Okay, so all 5 of these creatures are lifted.
Is the giant just lifted like a couple
little
feet off the ground?
He's lifted about his height up into the air, like but he's really uncomfortable by it. And you could just see the orcs like flying straight up into the air, and they're hovering there, looking really uncomfortable. Hirstag.
Okay.
So you saw Gorbel do that.
That's a neat trick. I'm gonna go ahead. Looks like they've got that handled. I'm gonna cast Whirlwind
Okay.
on the army that's right in front of me.
Okay, so 100 feet off. You can. Okay, gotcha. So, so he starts swirling his staff into the air.
Looks like I'm trying to hula hoop.
There's so much pelvic thrusting.
And a gigantic whirlwind forms, starts flying straight at the soldiers, and I'll do as a group. It's too late for them. The first ones to see it are already caught up in it, and they look and and then what's the space it occupies again?
It's a 10-foot radius cylinder, so 20 feet wide total.
Okay. So yeah, there's about a dozen soldiers that, because they were tightly packed together in this formation, swirling around inside of this, and the rest of them kind of clear. The ones that aren't caught up in it are like, oh fuck, and they're watching as their comrades are swirling up into this tornado.
Sweet.
And then what? Do you roll damage?
Yes.
Sweet.
It is 10d6.
10d6. All right. Go ahead.
28 damage.
28 damage. All right.
Bludgeoning damage.
For
As they're
those
getting
soldiers, yeah.
tossed around.
Yeah. So you see a couple of forms inside that tornado go limp, and and they're bumping into each other, and
And then I can concentrate on this for a minute and just keep moving it around the battlefield.
Sweet. Okay. Tomar, you see that this giant is floating and looks uncomfortable. It seems to be kind of stuck in a position. But he looks down at you, and you hear him. And with his eyes burning on you, he hurls his hammer down as almost a last-ditch effort to try to do some damage. He hurls it straight at you.
Disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. You see it coming, and you jump out of the way as it hits the ground and sticks into the dirt. And you realize that this thing is roughly 12 foot long, and it looks heavy as fuck. The handle itself is 12 foot. The actual hammer end of it looks like it's 5 feet of just solid, like, molten ore.
Fuck.
Don't get hit by that.
Boy, through it.
I mean, if he picks it up again.
And the others cannot do anything at the moment. And so, Willem, it's your turn.
All right.
You've now got several floating targets, if you were so inclined.
Sure. I think I'm gonna stay focused on Biggin.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a 15.
Okay, 15 does not hit.
Yeah.
Do you get another attack?
Am I still, like, hidden? Am I still
I mean, you would
rolling at advantage?
You would technically be rolling at advantage because
Sick.
you're from out in the field.
You can bonus action hide anyway.
That's a 19.
19 does not hit.
Wow. Okay.
But it looks as though it almost did as you fired off.
Sure.
So, all right.
That's a high
Pinwin.
AC.
Okay, I'm
Must be the
gonna.
loincloth.
Maybe it is made
I'm
of
gonna
stone.
move up just a tiny bit. I'll just go to like there, and then I'm going to cast Shatter at 6th level
On what?
on the giant.
Okay. What's the save?
It would be Constitution 18.
It saves.
Big tough guys probably have
Did you
good
read your whole
constitution.
spell though? Does it do
Yeah. Is
anything
there
else?
is there anything if
I
it
don't
does
think
save?
so. A creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much
there you
damage
go.
on
There
a
you go.
successful one.
Okay, so half as much as 3d8. So
but,
But
it's
you cast it at 6th
7d8.
level.
Yes.
7d8. So roll.
It's 1d8 for each slot level above second.
Yep. So 7d8. So you'd roll that damage and
So
then half
half.
it. Yep.
Exit this, and
So
then
is
it'll
that
show
3 or
you.
4?
It'll show you. So you're casting it at 6th level. Mm-hmm. So yeah, 78 and half whatever you roll.
So everybody give Pinwin some d8s. So I imagine you don't have 7.
Dude.
Okay, so whatever you roll, and then have it.
Okay.
Wait, is that 7? Or is that more?
Oh, I guess I should. 6, 7. Yeah, that is too much. 25 halved.
So 12.
And I think that's a radius too.
Oh, shit.
Each creature in a 10-foot sphere. So if there's any way it could.
Is it a 10-foot radius sphere?
Yeah.
So that's 20 foot.
And it is
From
a
one side to
sudden
the
loud
other.
ringing noise, so.
Okay, so
So
it's 25 damage, right?
half.
And then half for him. So 12 damage to the giant. You, like the thunderclap hits him, but it looks like it hits the orcs real hard. They and they're like trying to grab their ears and protect themselves, but it seems fairly effective against them.
Okay.
Okay. Tomer. Gorbel, you're on deck.
How tall is the hammer in the ground?
It sticks out about 12 feet.
No, I mean,
Oh,
the maul part.
the maul is 5 feet.
So I can just hop onto it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hop onto it,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on the giant.
Okay.
So I point at him, and a bell rings out around the battlefield. Needs to make a wisdom save.
Oh. Natural 1.
Nice. So he's gonna take 26 necrotic damage.
Okay, 26 necrotic damage. That sounded like a horse at the end there.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's hear yours, Michaela.
Nay! Nay! Nay!
God, that's awful.
I can't do
That's
it.
fucking nightmare fuel.
It's the one animal sound I cannot do.
My D8.
Nay! 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 It just makes me sound like an old British woman.
Nay, I say.
Nay!
I vote nay. Are you doing anything else with that turn?
Nope.
All right, Gorbel, Hirstag, you're on deck.
You're not under them right now, are you, Tomar?
No, I'm on his hammer.
Yeah, so he's like right in front.
Okay. Here I go. I throw my arms down and break my concentration.
Okay, and what's the damage on this?
Well, whatever the damage would be if you fall 100 feet.
Oh, so it's just fall damage, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Just fall
I
damage.
just had this pulled up.
It's really nice if you have a ceiling 100 feet up.
Oh yeah, because then they
They
fall
hit the
on
ceiling
it like
and
it's
then
the
they
ground.
hit the
Yeah.
ground when they.
But now they'll hit the ground like it's the ground.
Why didn't you ask for multiple dice?
Ah, fuck, I took them. I'm sitting right here. I have a bunch of D6s.
Fucking idiot.
I know.
Just rolling them
Fucking
one at a
stupid.
time.
I know.
Fucking
So, Tomar, you watch as suddenly, these things that are just floating in the air, these creatures, they just suddenly stop floating in the air, and all of them go like, and then, and they hit the ground, and it does a fuck ton of damage to him.
What about the big one?
Oh, the big one, he's hurting real bad. He's laying on his stomach. All of them are laying on their stomachs. However, he's the only one that seems to be moving. He's prone.
And weaponless.
Prone and weaponless.
What an idiot.
What a stupid, dumb idiot.
God, that's so much fun.
All right,
Nice.
Hirstag.
I'm gonna move my whirlwind just a little bit, just a few feet in a nice big cluster.
All right.
That'll be 10d6.
You want to roll it or you want me to?
You can roll it.
Okay.
And it's a dex save of 18.
Okay.
Yahtzee.
Yeah, right?
Bing pot.
Okay. Just about every single soldier in that column is limp. And there's like bloody bones flying around in there. It is suspiciously quiet inside that cone of whirlwind.
They also, once they reach the top, they go flying for like 3d6 times 10 distance.
Yeah.
Is it a Gornado?
It is now. 5 experience.
Yes.
Okay, so they fly 8 feet out. You could see like
3d6 times 10?
Oh, it's times 10. So 80 feet out. So you guys are watching the battlefield get peppered by basically soldier hail.
And I'm just standing
soldier
there
fodder.
doing my little hula hoop.
He's kind of a fucked up little guy, isn't he?
All right. The big beast, the giant. He pushes himself up from the ground and stands tall and imposing right over you, Tomar.
Do you get an attack of opportunity while he's like trying to get up?
No, I think because he's not moving through your space.
Okay.
I think we used to do it that way, but
That was wrong.
it was wrong. Elijah ruins everything.
But it felt so good.
It did feel good. But now, yeah, he's standing. He's not wearing. He doesn't have a weapon, but he's just looking down at you, Tomar,
I'm sneering up at him.
and he reels his fist back, and he goes a swinging right towards you. And you see it coming, and you're just like, and moves out of the way like he is. He
punches his hammer.
Yeah, we'll say that's what happens. He's just.
He's getting turned on by it.
Okay, he takes a little bit of damage from
He's a
that.
masochist.
Okay.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, of
Not
course.
that there's anything wrong with that.
All
I
right.
don't- Willem don't kink shame.
Speaking of Willem,
What up, girl?
it's your turn. Pinwin, you're on deck.
You're on DX. I'm gonna hope that the little orc guys have a lower AC.
Well, they're dead.
They're dead.
Oh, they're dead.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, here's the hoping. Nope.
Do you have any other abilities, like
Okay.
spells or something?
When he got up and he moved to hit him, would he be right engaged with Tomar?
Yeah, he'd be flush with him.
So is he like right here?
Yeah, I don't know why he was out that far, but
Okay. Because I just set him up. So
yeah.
you would have advantage on the attack then.
Maybe.
Sweet. 28.
Hey.
28. So
Don't use that die.
getting your bearings, you and go ahead and roll damage. I'll tell you where it hits him.
8.
Plus
No,
sneak attack.
sneak
Plus
attack.
sneak attack.
Oh shit! On some dicks. Here, I'll just roll
mean-
3 times.
Oh, well,
I'm good.
okay.
3, 5, 8, so 16. Ooh, and then 22, 24.
24 damage. So it hits him.
I thought
right-
it was 8d6.
Yeah, it's 8d6. So roll 2 more.
My bad. Plus 5.
29.
29. So this attack, right in his cheekbone. He's like, he slaps the arrow out of his face, and it goes right into the grass. And he like looks around. He's trying to find out where this came from. Pinwin.
I'm going to try to shoot at him again, but before I do, well, if he's almost dead, I don't know. Yeah. Favored enemy.
Enemy favor.
Oh.
Okay, that's better.
Roll it again, just why not?
In case I roll a 21. You never know.
Okay.
Fuck.
So
about that.
natural 20. Perfect. All right.
And as
Good thing you did enemy or favorite enemy.
Well, she rolled
Actually,
it first.
I
yeah.
did roll first.
It
so
would've been fine.
technically, yeah, that
what?
figures.
That was her first roll.
Yeah, 20.
No, I know, but I'm saying because that's the double damage for
Oh,
getting
yeah.
crit.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the damage. Okay, let's do
pre-X.
damage. So that would be 3d6 with my d8. Haven't done this in forever. Okay, so 20 damage.
Deflect.
Is it plus what it would be?
So it would be the
altogether?
max. It would be the max damage that you could do with that. So it's
Okay,
3d6 and a d8, right?
Remember 28.
So it would be 18 plus 8. So be,
3d6 and a d8 plus 5.
so you'd be looking at, or sorry, not 16.
18 plus.
No, yes, 18.
31.
Plus 31.
Okay, thanks.
That's the max
so
damage?
plus.
Yes.
What did I say? 28.
Yeah, you said 28.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Whoa. 59 damage.
So, holy fuck, Pinwin. You pissed off at missing with your first few attacks. You fire your arrow with extra oomph, and it just goes right up into his chin. Not quite his throat, but you see the arrow peek out from his mouth. He's and you can see blood pouring out, and he pulls it out and throws it on the ground.
as a bonus action, can I do ensnaring strike?
Yeah, because you have another
Try
attack.
that again. Yay. Okay. So I'll do
yeah.
ensnaring strike at 5th level. Try it again.
Is there a size limit on that?
He has advantage on a saving throw, but
No, I mean you can cast it on any size creature.
yeah, I think it just says if you hit a creature, but
Okay.
a larger creature has advantage on the saving
Oh,
throw.
gotcha. So that's what you're saying. Okay, sorry.
Yep. So
All right.
it's a strength 18. 22.
It hits.
Yippee!
Nice. Or like a 2.
However, the ensnaring strike does not
Yeah.
hit. But go ahead and roll your damage.
Would have been good to know.
19 damage.
19 damage. So Pinwin's fucking this dude up. The second attack, you're aiming for the face. This second attack, right underneath his ear. Oh, I thought you were trying to show me something.
Yeah, there you go.
Got my dick out. So yeah,
Can't see my watch. Can you tell me what time it is?
that's your fucking dick. So Tomar, you watch Pinwin hit him twice. Once up through the bottom of his jaw, and the other right in underneath his ear. And he tears him out, and he's getting pissed off.
This dude has one mode.
And it's giant. All right, Tomar.
Indigestion.
All right, I'm going to swing Steel Song in a circle again, and
All
I'm
right.
going to aim for that same spot, like right here between
Okay.
the neck and the clavicle.
Gotcha.
The neck bone's connected to the neck bone. The neck bone's connected to the neck bone. Neck bone. There's like 7 vertebrae in the fucking neck.
22 to hit.
22 hits.
Uh, 12 damage.
12 damage. All right. So you stab right through that little portal. Give me a strength save.
12.
All right. You're ripped free again as he shakes you
God
off.
damn it.
Give me a dex save.
20.
All right. But you land fucking Spider-Man style, just like. So you weren't about to be taken on a ride this time, but unfortunately we were unable to hang on in there. But That's all right, because you did some fucking damage. Gorbel.
Okay.
Okay.
How's he looking, by the way?
He's not looking too hot. The assault that Pinwin gave him especially has made him very droopy and looks a bit lethargic even. And he's swaying a little bit more than he was before, and he seems pretty upset, which is going to come into play in a moment.
You hurt his feelings.
Gonna come into play?
He's got a second phase.
Better destroy him.
Shit. Seth's been playing Dark Souls.
Okay.
We established I had not.
Oh, we need to do
You know
that.
what? I'm getting real fucking sick of this. So, I am going to need a dex save of 18.
Okay.
I raise my hands over my head and clap them together and cast Disintegrate.
That was really bad.
He does not save.
So, yeah.
So Gorbel's echoing clap just. So what's the damage on that?
So, 10d6 plus 40.
Plus
Jesus
40.
Yeah.
Christ.
So I'll have you roll it.
They're all ones.
Plus 40, though.
Yeah, it's still fucking it up.
Whoa!
Jesus.
It is so dead.
35.
35.
So 35. Then roll
So
the
we're up to
other three.
75 so far.
88. So you guys watch, and the creature starts falling to pieces in little ashes on the ground.
I cover my face.
Well, that's definitely a new...
Willem's just standing in the middle of the field like, what the fuck?
She couldn't do that when I knew it.
As the pieces are falling
I've
apart,
really got to stop picking on
I'm
Gorbel.
gonna be retrieving my arrows and trying to get my ice arrow again.
Okay.
I just shouldn't shoot that thing anymore.
Glad
I
you
keep
bought that
losing
one,
it.
Yeah. All right. You guys, so in the giant pile of ash now are still the corpses of the orcs in their armor and his massive hammer sitting there as the battle rages on around you. What do you guys want to do in this moment?
Oh, shit.
I'm still
I
fighting.
actually cast that at 8th level, so that would have actually been 16d6 plus 40.
Whoa.
Okay, so
Double dead.
It's mega
FYI,
dead.
there's not even ash left.
Gorbel accidentally
It turned to flakes.
disintegrates Willem.
Yes, the amount of power that you felt standing next to that, Tomar, was like almost brought you to your knees. Seeing what just happened, you felt it kind of emanating off of it. You too, Pinwin, you felt just this overwhelming power. That was a maximum strength spell that you just watched happen.
Damn.
So they probably notice us then.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, you guys made some noise.
Made it really easy to find my
Well,
arrows.
let's
though,
turn our
not even
gaze on
ash.
this fucking
Well,
bro-ass army.
They haven't found me yet.
Hirstag has no idea what just went down. He's just
I'm just imagining in Hirstag's head it's just...
okay. Yeah. Speaking of,
where'd you come from? Where'd you go?
It's like a remix putting the two together.
speaking of Hirstag, it's your turn, Hirstag.
Dex save of 18.
Does not save.
That's another 10d6 of bludgeoning damage.
Just a bunch of fucking like useless bodies are flying out. Some of them are flying all over. Like this is a fountain of it's a massacre fountain is what it is because they're just and they're hitting
giant
other
soldier
fucking
blenders.
So that's the third round. I still have 7.
Fucking
So you guys turn and see that a section of the soldiers have noticed you,
We could have just sent Hirstag.
but you do see that Hirstag is laying waste to a big column of them.
Can we see Smoochie and company?
You can see their side, and they're still far enough off. They're about 500 feet away from you, so they're still far enough away that it's hard to discern exactly what's happening. But you can hear some rages and some screams, and yeah, you're pretty sure they're still doing some good work over there.
Is there like big groups of enemies still?
Yeah.
Or are they all whirlwind?
Guys, what if that giant was actually a friend of Smoochie's and he was like coming in for backup?
Oh man,
And he didn't know who the fuck we were, so he was just
Well,
like, okay,
man.
enemy, and
We got here as soon as we could, but they were just overwhelmed by all these soldiers.
At least you evaporated the evidence.
He never
What
showed up.
giant?
I didn't say anything about a giant.
Never heard of her.
I'm going to cut my way to Smoochie.
Okay, so are you guys gonna follow suit?
No, I'm gonna hang back and look for a group that's far enough away from any friends.
Okay, so you're looking for stragglers?
Yeah, I'm looking for no less than 5, no more than 15. A little grouping. That's far enough away from any friends that I wouldn't be in danger of hurting them.
Okay. Pinwin, what are you going to be doing?
Where are all of them?
They're all kind of over here. We're going to have to go to Theater of the Mind for this next section.
Okay, so I mean, I'll
the
move
worst
up a
fucking theater in
smidge,
town.
but
I don't know, have you been to the porno theater?
Got fucking roaches.
So you're doing what?
I'll move up a smidge.
Okay.
As long as I'm in firing range, like 60 feet.
And Shadow finally runs up and joins you.
Hi, buddy. All right. I'm gonna try and take down some groups of enemies.
Okay, a la Willem. Gorbel, what's your plan? You see Tomar tear off towards the army.
Yeah, I'm going to be running. I'm going to be running towards the action.
Okay, so you very quickly reach where Tomar is. Are you gonna run pace with him, or are you gonna run ahead?
Run ahead.
Okay, so so we'll go back to this. So Willem, you can see you're starting to see some of the stragglers. So go ahead and give me an attack roll on the first.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna pull into my quiver and I grab my magic arrow.
Nice.
And we're gonna go for blast radius on this one.
Okay. So go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a natty 20.
No.
Are you serious?
That's a natty 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so Willem,
What's up, baby?
anyone looking at Willem would see him very dramatically pull a purple arrow from his quiver, pull back on his bow, and you hear a as he lets it go, sonic speed just. Now the damage for this arrow at this level is 66 plus 10, but since this is a crit, it's gonna be 66 plus 10, so that's 70 plus whatever you roll. Sorry, that's not 70. 66 would be 35. 23. So 46 plus 23. So we're sitting at fucking 60.
69, dude.
60. Whoa, nice.
Nice. Did you hear that shit? Oh my god. Freaking sex number.
69, dude.
Felicia. Wow.
So
Blumpkin.
you were aiming for the group that was starting to separate, but with that amount of power, you guys can see off to your right this massive plume of purple, like this inferno basically, and a blast radius just explodes up and you just see bodies like and you took out a big old chunk, Willem.
Tight.
Pinwin, it's your turn.
Is there still a chunk of enemies together?
There's definitely chunks.
Yeah, there's chunks of them. So, yeah, you can see some clusters there. There's the nearest one to you is a cluster of 3 soldiers.
Are there any that are in firing range that aren't nearest to me? That
I mean,
have
they're
more
not
than 3?
They're not near you, but yeah, you see like there's one cluster of 3, there's a cluster of 2, there's a cluster of 4.
I'll do the cluster of 4.
Okay.
And I'll try to hit one of them, like, because they're pretty close, right?
I mean, they're within like 5 feet of each other. Yeah.
Cool. I'll just try to hit one of them then.
Okay. Are you planning on doing?
Hail of Thorns.
Okay, Hail of Thorns. Gotcha.
At 5th level, so that's 20.
20 hits. So.
How do I?
You hit one right in his chest. And then what's the save for Hail of Thorns?
7 plus 5 is 12. And then the save is...
It doesn't matter. They didn't save.
Oh, okay, cool.
So,
and I was doing that at 5th level. I said that right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so that'll be 5d10. 31. 38.
You
Yeah,
got 2
38.
10s and a 9.
Mm-hmm.
It's 38.
Yep.
All right, so you hit the one guy, and the thorns hit all of his buddies next to him, and they all slump to the ground.
Yeah.
Tomar, you watch Gorbel kind of dust past you.
I'm just gonna run in a straight line and cut people as I go.
Okay. So yeah, you go ahead and give me an attack roll since you're slicing through.
I can
people.
do a triple chop.
Okay, that'll get you in there.
That'll get you right up in there.
27, 22.
Okay, so you start cleaving through, like with 3 chops, you're that much closer, and you just basically sawing through them like butter.
Like butter.
Like butter. Gorbel. Butter. Hirstag, you're on deck.
How close am I to Smoochie?
You're still like roughly 450 feet, 400 feet in that range.
I only ran 100 feet.
That's where to get to the soldiers. Yeah.
Soldiers are rough terrain.
How many people are around me?
We're gonna use it. Are you trying to cleave through them basically?
Sure.
Okay, then we'll do it as an attack roll for a column to kind of cut through. So
27.
all right, 27. You slice through one, like basically there's 2 guys right in front of you. You slice through them. They're and right as you do that opened it up enough, and you can hear Tomar racing up behind you as you make your second attack.
That was a big distraction for me. 16.
16 does not. The guy brings his sword up, but it's unfortunate for him because that's when Tomar flies up right behind you and chops through him and chops through another 2 rows of dudes. And now you guys are cutting a swath together through this army, trying to reach Smoochie. Hirstag.
Doing my hula hoop. Another 10d6.
All right.
With a dex save of 18.
Dex save of 18. All right. This is going hilariously for you. You can guess. It moves right along and they're flying all over the battlefield. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to push it forward a little bit. You guys have cut a huge swath through. Willem, you've been picking off stragglers. Pinwin, you've been picking off stragglers. At one point, a guy kind of came around to your blind spot, but Shadow took care of him. So,
Yeah.
but you guys have seen that there is a huge dividing line from where Tomar and Gorbel are just chopping through all of these soldiers. They're covered in blood and ichor, just every inch of their bodies.
I just said I got new clothes.
It's the cost of war.
New digs, man.
As you guys see this cleave, and Hirstag has been making his way through with the tornado, you've now seen them cutting through as well. Are you any of you guys planning on doing anything different? Or are you going to keep doing what you're doing?
I'm just going to keep working.
As long as there's still big groups of enemies, then...
Okay.
From like no less than, no more than, like how many people can we approximate? How many soldiers?
There's still quite a few soldiers around you guys.
I'm going to cast. Bear with me.
That's all right.
I cast bear with me, and there's a bear now.
There's a bear with me.
It's not friendly to me, though.
It's real pissed off.
It was happy with whatever it was doing before, but now it's real mad.
It's like playing with his little bear cubs. Here I come.
I thought you've been playing with his little bear dick.
Probably.
And now he's
he's
ready
mad.
for carnage. He accidentally scratched it with his claw. And he's just like, I cast Major Image.
Please describe to the listening audience what that is.
You create an image of an object, a creature, or some other visible phenomenon that is no larger than a 20-foot cube. The image appears at a spot that you can see within range and lasts for the duration. It seems completely real, including sounds, smells, and temperature appropriate to the thing depicted, motherfuckers. You can't create sufficient heat or cold to cause damage, a sound loud enough to deal thunder damage or deafen a creature, or smell that might sicken a creature, though.
Okay.
So basically, it's super projection.
So what are you going to make?
It's just going to be a giant octopus.
Okay.
And it's going to be wailing at them, yelling
Like
at them
how?
to... Just like the most like
Jesus.
terrified, like, how did I get here?
Poor octopus.
Who are you?
Shocktopus.
Who am I? Shocktopus. Don't you know you got a shocktopus? But yeah.
Okay, so
So yeah, I just kind of
yeah, tell me how you cast this.
so for this specific one, I kind of just wave
Wiggle
my
your arm.
arms around and,
All linguini noodle style.
yeah, and just
And this an octopus screaming in confusion lands right there at the forefront of the army.
and it's like blowing salt water out of its whatever octopuses have from the blowhole mouth things or whatever.
So it's
Does
just
it have a blowhole?
That's an asshole.
It has 9 assholes.
so there's salt water. These soldiers are confused as fuck. They like a lot of them are like, "What?" Some of them drop their weapons and they back off and they start running away. Like a big section of them start running away and in various directions. You can hear their commander yelling back, "Get back here, you fools! Oh, this fucking shit's it! Not even the water!" Pinwin, what are you doing? Still picking off?
They're pretty close to each other, though, right?
Some of them might be, yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll go for a cluster, and I might try my flame arrow.
Okay.
Try that out. I haven't done that yet. Okay, 22.
22 hits.
Yay!
Okay, so
two.
go ahead and roll normal damage, and then go ahead and roll a d8 for fire damage.
11 plus 1.
So you hit one of the dudes, and this arrow, it ignites for like a split second. He's like, ah! He's like smacking his chest to try to put the fire out. It burns him a little bit, but it didn't get his buddies, unfortunately.
Okay. Mage Hand counts as an action, right? I can't do that right now, even though it's a cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'll shoot again, just normal arrow then.
Okay.
25.
Hits.
Okay. 9.
9. Okay, so while this dude was like slapping his chest out, you fire another one and just right through his eye, and he just falls to the ground.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Tomar and Gorbel, each give me an attack roll right now. Or your triple chop or whatever.
An attack roll or my triple chop?
24.
Okay.
31.
Gorbel could do 2, couldn't she?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
31, 26. And 17.
Okay.
25.
Okay, so you guys are working in conjunction together. You guys are just tearing through these. Like at one point, like Gorbel ducks down as a dude flies at you with an axe, and Tomar slices his axe hand off, and then at that exact same time, he's almost stabbed through the head by a sword, and you reach out with your blade and you stab the guy right through the face, and you guys are just carving through. And now you guys are within about 70 feet of Smoochie, and you can see him off in the distance, just like fucking cleaving through these soldiers. And he at one point grabs his he still has the axe, right? Or did he have the sword?
He has the axe.
Oh yeah, the axe. He lifts his axe into the air, and you can see like his muscles rippling, and especially in his throat, as it seems like he's activating rage again, and he's. And at that moment, he just starts just chopping people down. But he hasn't noticed you yet. In fact, he doesn't seem to know you guys are here at all. But yeah, you guys are within 70 feet of him.
Can I say one of my moves was doing a monkey roll over Gorbel's back to kill somebody?
Oh my god, our dad would be so proud.
Yeah, so you monkey roll over her back. Using her deft performance, she assists too with the kind of the curl back, and you monkey roll over and just fucking slice through a couple more dudes. Pinwin and Wilmer still firing off there, and off in the distance, Hirstag spinning around. So there's a swirling tornado. So yeah, like I said, you guys would be within shouting distance of Smoochie.
As I'm cutting somebody, I'm gonna yell, "When honor calls, a wolf to war!"
And then you just see like a stop for a second, and you see Smoochie turn and look over at you guys, and he sees you guys chopping through, and there's like this moment where you guys are all looking at each other, and then you just hear him go, and he just starts chopping through these guys, trying to get to you guys. And now you guys are chopping through to get to the middle. And finally, you guys spread through, and you're standing there in front of Smoozog, and at his side is Firebrand May. And you can see off in the distance now, you can see like Vocha and the Chaos Company are still making short work. And Smoochie, do you care if I play Smoochie for you?
That's fine.
Okay, unless you want to play him.
No, that's okay.
Okay, gotcha. He just kind of looks down at you guys, and there's like swirling chaos going on off in the distance and all around you guys. And he just puts his hand on your shoulder, Tomar, and yours, Gorbel. And he's just like,
he always answers back. Let's do this.
And you guys all start spinning off and like fighting these guys. And Pinwin, you're firing, and Shadow is tearing through some of these soldiers. Willem, you're firing as well, and Hirstag fucking tornadoing everything.
And off in the distance.
And after about another 20 minutes of hard-pressed battle, you guys have successfully driven away the opposing army. They start running, and many of the archers in Smoozog's army start firing at them as they're running away. And you hear, and Smoochie even says, he's like,
"Don't let any of them escape."
and everybody starts firing off these arrows. And Willem and Pinwin as well are just like picking these guys off. But yeah, most of them get mowed down by the arrows. Some do escape, but only very few actually escape. And Smoochie actually sends some like cavalry to go chase them down. And so eventually, you guys are just kind of standing in the center of just this obliterated battlefield.
And I walk up to him and I bow to the barbarian king.
And he's, stand.
You're invited to a party.
Well, fuck, let's go.
Who are these people?
We've collected all the tribes that have...
No, not that. The people we were killing.
Oh, these are...
I guess who were those people?
These little peons down here are all the... kind of the summoned forces from the borderlands of Miranlug and Veldelin. They've been paid quite a lot of money to attack us, but...
By whom?
I assume the council, but...
You two?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're all wolves, aren't we? So we've got our cross to bear. But I rallied all the remaining mountain clans and tribes, and that's who's backing us right now. So they don't have the passion that we do. They're in it for money, but we're in it to basically just fucking wreck shit. So, so what about this party?
It's midsummer, and we wanted you there. It's a wolves gathering.
Can I bring the gang? And he like waves his hand, and you just see like hundreds of these like tribal soldiers like standing behind him.
Well, we're at Old Cairn, but only some of us can travel quickly there. So you might need to send them afterwards.
I think they'll be fine without me.
Yeah, let's get the band back together.
All right. Well,
Look, it's Willem.
it's good to see you.
Yeah, it's been a month or two.
Yeah. Or 3 or 4 or
Who's
2
keeping
years.
count?
Yes.
Who's keeping count?
Well, you're here when it matters, so
Yeah.
shall we go?
Before we go, I'm going to quick cast Mage Hand to get my fire arrow back. Okay, now I'm ready.
Pinwin, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Mr. Smooch.
And you've got a dwarf here. Looks.
This is Hirstag.
I'm Hirstag. Nice to meet you, sir.
Oh, this is weird.
He shakes your hand.
I'm the one that found you.
Well, that's good. That's good. It's good that they have someone like you with them. So,
Yeah, it is.
shall we go?
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Are Vocha and the company coming?
Yeah,
And he-
Bocha!
He whistles, and you see Vocha's head snap up, and him and the gang, they kind of look over. And they all come running over, and you guys like are all hugging and high-fiving and stuff. Even Lance and his normal pissiness seems pretty pleased. Maybe the battle kind of put him in a good mood, and he even seems pretty happy to see you guys. They welcome you again, Willem, like Vocha especially. Well, it's been a little bit since we've seen you, but I mean, it's good. Was it a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that?
Yeah, it wasn't too long. But
Yeah, well.
always good to see you guys.
He just keep running back. He can't stay away from me, this guy.
We haven't seen you in ages.
Yeah, I know. You've been beleaguered by time, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Always beleaguered.
It's a bitch, isn't it?
Old
Quite a
motherfucker.
bit.
I found a new gray hair. Of course, I ripped
Not
it
on
right
your
out of my
face.
taint. So,
Do you guys want to go get drunk?
absolutely, there's nothing I would rather do in all of the realms that exist in every single plane than get drunk right now with the Wolves of Moonreach.
Let's go.
So this big column of people starts heading back towards the trees.
We're going to have to run fast.
How many are here?
There's a group.
Do we have a big tree? Hirstag?
That's we've got to be really, really fast if we're all gonna get through.
How bad do you want that drink?
Does anybody have haste?
Don't be the last one.
Do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, I guess we can all just like jump in there together. What do you think, gang? We could all do a group hug and just dive right in.
Yes.
Is that weird? Is it just me? Okay.
Perfect.
I've done weirder.
So have I, Tomas. So have I.
That's not where your
See
hand
my
goes,
baby
Vocha.
mama.
So without giving much warning, I just
Top 3.
draw the door on the tree,
Okay.
open it right up, and
Here we
hop
go,
in.
guys.
All right. And everybody all at once just like
Katamari into the fucking little big planets into the fucking tree.
and then you guys land right outside the gates of Old Cairn / Wolves Rest. And honestly, the way the sun's moved in the sky, it's only been about 2 hours maybe. But that, now that you're thinking about it, like that's a long time to be in a battle. You guys are exhausted. You're sweaty, you're bloody, you're bruised and cut.
Yeah, we got to get prettied up.
Not a bad morning.
Love the smell of disintegrated giant in the
Covered in his ashes.
How long do we have until the party?
2 minutes.
Oh boy.
A few hours?
It's in the afternoon.
It's just at like sundown basically.
All right, cool. That gives us time to wash up.
Yeah, we'll
So
get cleaned up.
it was morning. That took
Then
about 20
it was,
minutes.
It was morning, and then slowly throughout the day, it got to like late morning, then afternoon. So it's afternoon right now. So
okay.
You know, as the day does.
ever heard of it?
Yep.
We go back to town.
Okay, so you guys head back to town. Vocha like slings his arm around your shoulders, Gorbel. What is there a good place to get a stiff drink here?
Absolutely.
Well,
Do you want to clean up first?
no.
Right on.
I know what I'm about.
I walk him over to Busty Bilba's.
All right, gang. Chaos Company, assemble. We're going to drink till we die. Let's do this. And they all go inside the tavern.
God damn it.
What else is everybody else doing?
I'm gonna go find a bath. and
Okay.
Get myself
Yeah.
spiffy.
I'm gonna take a bath and then I'll go to the tavern too.
Bath time.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go look for Lewin, make sure she's okay,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go get cleaned up, and then head to the fucking tavern.
Well, Lewin is safely inside of the tavern.
Oh, well, thank fuck. I go to the tavern, then clean up, then go to the tavern to fucking clean up.
So you guys spend like the next little bit getting cleaned up and, stitching up your wounds and whatever you have to do. And then you guys all kind of, after maybe another hour or so, as it's starting to get later in the day, you guys make your way to the tavern, where there is a massive party going on inside there from all of your friends that you've recently rekindled in a reunion with. They're all in there slamming steins together and drinking, and Maury's standing on the bar and she's pouring shots into Herc's open mouth, and he's just very nonplussed about it. And she's just like dumping him super excitedly into his mouth, like and Vocha and Lance are chatting with Smoochie at the table. Durant's there, Brahm's there, Zyko is posted up by the bar. Yeah, the gang's all there and everybody's having a good time. And you guys, in your own time, enter the tavern, and eventually you guys are all there.
Cool.
Yeah, each time one of you guys enters, everybody, yay!
I go up to Janus and I pull him aside.
Yes.
So when are we announcing?
Well, I figured we could do it once everybody assembles outside of the city, for the big festival. Then we can. Do you want to make the announcement, or because
No.
I don't want to. I don't like.
You
to.
don't want to?
I don't do public speaking very well, Gorbel. You know this about me.
What about Belba?
You've met Belba.
I walk
fine,
up and
but
I'm
you
like,
guys are
she's
getting
not
some
very
credit.
charismatic.
I just figured.
But you guys are getting a shout out.
All right. I just figured it's kind of your deal. You can give us a shout out if you want.
You
but
planned this.
Yes, but I'm not a speaker. That's the whole thing.
All right.
Well, just do. Is there anything special we should have going? Oh, I do have one special thing that I think Pinwin will like very much. And he leans in and he. And you think that's the perfect idea?
What is it?
I'll text it to you.
You should make sure the halflings bring their fireworks, because I know Pinwin likes those.
Sorry, let me text her real fast.
Why don't you just tell her, and we'll pretend like we don't know?
Because I don't want to.
Oh, you want it to be an actual surprise.
A sack prize.
It's a wiener.
A dick pic.
Oh, man.
I really thought we were actually going to get to the festival part in one of these episodes. It's a very long day.
That or it was never gonna happen.
That was also a concern of mine.
Yeah.
But things are looking good.
Yeah. Unless
Thank you.
someone assaults us right before it. Which who knows?
Shut up.
Shut your mouth. It's our Carl.
You were all worried about me fighting a giant, and that the only damage I took was falling off of it.
The only damage I took was from me.
Myself.
Man, if I would have hit him, I wanted to do Ensnaring Strike and have it on his feet, so then it'd trip him like David and Goliath.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are just having a raucous old time.
I think that's perfect.
I sit by Smoochie and I bring Hirstag over, and we start talking, catching up.
So, how long have you guys known each other?
Since we were babies.
Yeah, since we were very small.
babies.
Well, you've always been kind of a baby, Tomas. Especially when you don't get your way or when you get drunk.
Tell that to your dick when you got it hanging out when you lose your pants.
That's not on me. That's you taking advantage of me being drunk and stealing my pants.
Well, don't get too drunk. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
There's a lot of good flagpoles around here.
yeah.
Yep, and I wink at him. You need to meet someone.
He looks around. Who?
Just follow me.
He looks at like you, Hirstag.
I would follow him. Might be good.
All right. He stands up and he follows you.
I lead him to my place.
Okay.
Oh.
Will you stand outside? You just go in there? Okay, I was going to say. Usually you knock.
Lead him to my place
And,
knock.
The little old lady answers. Hello.
Just coming in to see the babes.
Oh, okay. She looks up at Smoochie.
Still covered in blood.
Yeah, he's like this massive muscular half-orc with a big giant axe slung over his shoulder, like, yeah, covered in blood.
He's cool.
Okay. She backs away, and as Smoozog enters, she just keeps looking at him, following with her eyes, too afraid to say anything. You guys head up the stairs, and you open the door to the playroom, and there they are, playing. Pretty much exactly how they were before.
And I introduce him to the kids one by one, and I tell him about Wyra, and I mean, I've told him about the, like, all the dwarven stuff and Workrag and everything. But I mainly just wanted him to see that he's an uncle. Yeah.
He looks really, really pleased with it, and he plays with them a little bit. And they, despite his appearance, seem to, take a shine to him. He always had a kind of a way with children. They always seem to be drawn to him. So yeah, even Wyra, much like she was with Gorbel, she's just kind of watching with interest as Smoochie plays with her siblings.
She likes half-orcs.
I'm sorry about Ember and Beldan, by the way. I heard about that.
Well, Ember's still alive. She's with her mother, and we put them in a safe place for now. But Beldan, I think he's still out there, and I think there's a way of bringing him back.
Well, we will help you.
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
But there's something we need help with first, if you're willing to help us. It requires going back home.
Okay. What is this thing?
You remember the cave we went to when we were kids?
I do.
We think that's where part of Calcifer is.
Shit.
Yeah. Hirstag really helped us. He came in clutch, and he found out where that son of a bitch is hiding. So this is our chance to do something about it. And I feel like all of us have to go back there. Like something crazy happened there, and we have to figure out what it was.
And Smoochie's just eyes are like wide in his usual sense, like shit.
But for now, fuck that. Let's go celebrate. Let's drink till we're stupid, just like old times.
All right, let's do it.
And we head out.
All right, and you guys head back to the tavern. You guys watch as Tomar and Smoochie return to the tavern. And you guys have some revelry and merriment. And the sun sinks low into the sky, and just about sunset, you guys hear like a fanfare announcing the start of the Midsummer Festival. That was a dumb noise I made. And and so everybody in the town starts heading out into the field beyond the city gates, kind of where the training area was, where you guys rode out there, or allowed Lewin to ride out there. And there's a large bonfire that has been constructed and is now roaring hot out there. And there's been a nice setup. There's some stalls out there, and it looks like there's like some tents set up, and it looks like a nice little homey little celebration area. And everybody starts kind of piling into this like
manufactured little village, and everybody starts kind of moving around and enjoying some of the festivities as typical in the Midsummer Festival. There's some competitions and stuff like that. But as the sun finally sinks low, there's another fanfare.
What? Summon the fucking Dragon Zord?
Yeah, White Ranger. Or no, Green Ranger, sorry. And Gorbel steps out in front of the roaring fire.
Everyone, thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you're all having a great time.
Fuck yes! I'm so drunk.
I finger gun at Tomar. All right, so I know we're all here celebrating Midsummer.
Yeah!
Hell yeah!
Hot
But but there's something else that we are celebrating tonight. Janus.
Janus!
Woo! These
What?
two and so many others from this community have gotten together to put together this celebration in honor of somebody who they just want to say thank you to. And that is Pinwin.
And everybody starts.
Pinwin,
I've got tears.
come on up.
So Pinwin, you're asked to stand in front of everybody. Everybody's Pinwin, 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 Pinwin.
Yeah, Pinwin.
Does this mean you want a speech? I don't know what to say.
Speech!
Speech!
Here's what all I'm gonna say is I appreciate all of you, and I love all of you so much. And then we're by the bonfire, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use, I don't know, minor illusion and like pretend to put my pick in the fire, and then like have a little fire minor illusion going on my pick, and I'll just shred on my lute.
So Pinwin starts playing his lute just like with a flaming pick, and everybody's like, yeah, woo! Yeah! And then you see Janus nod off in the distance at something off in the distance, and a cluster of little halflings get to work, and all of a sudden you see and there's fireworks going off as the sun has now sunk below and it is now night. And then they keep and they keep going for a while, and finally at the very end there's a big dramatic fanfare, and then one single firework, and when it explodes, it's in the shape of what looks like Pinwin and Shadow, a very rudimentary version of it, but that's the final. And as it fades, it stays in the sky a little bit, the after image, and then it just kind of fades, and everybody starts cheering. And then immediately, everyone starts partying again and going fucking buck wild. Hirstag's got his robe on inside out.
I'm gonna do my hula hoop dance.
Careful of that whirlwind.
And it's a fantastic end to a rough day, but knowing that tomorrow is going to be even rougher, you guys are taking a moment to kind of celebrate what might be one of the last celebrations you get to have for a while. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
That's fair. Yeah.
Sweet.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good.
We could have spent a lot more time on that festival.
I mean, we can edit it and go back into it, whatever you want to do.
Bonus content.
And bonus content, the festival grounds.
We'll have secret or swell or something.
All right.
Ooh.
That'd be fun with the Chaos Company.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Vocha, are you
Maybe we'll
single?
pick up there next time or something.
So yeah, great session. So we'll do out some experience here. For the kind of unearthing a little bit of plot there at the beginning, but then immediately jumping into battle once you saw what was going on, you guys can have 100 experience for that. But for the battle itself, which was a very an epic scale of a battle, you guys are each going to take 5,500 experience points.
Damn, girl.
Additionally, kind of narratively making the battle even more epic the way you guys did, whether it was firing that super fucking awesome crowd control arrow or cleaving through everyone and what have you, you guys can all take an additional 500 experience points. And you all now have inspiration if you didn't before.
Sick.
Woo.
I think Hirstag should get extra shit just for making that even possible. The fact that we were even able to find Smoochie, get there, and
I was
help.
going to ask for that for my extra.
But you know, somebody else did it.
Thank
so
you, though.
You can have 100 for that.
Sweet.
For getting the final fucking kamikaze bomb on that giant, you can have an additional 100
Yeah, that
experience
was
points,
dope.
Gorbel. But you guys all did like massive amounts of damage.
What about tanking the fucking giant?
Yeah, for tanking the giant, you can have 50 experience points. And an additional 25 experience points for doing that fucking jump move and never actually getting to stay on his shoulder.
Man, that could have been really cool.
It could have been fucking Shadow of the Colossus in this bad boy.
That's immediately what I thought.
Tomar and I were super in sync.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys were.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys were like
50 each.
fucking like Chrono Cross, like when you
Yeah,
can do
swap,
this-
yeah.
Glenn, like whenever you get Glenn in your party, and you can do the fucking like.
Yeah.
Can I get some extra for that fucking octopus?
Oh, yeah. Duh. Yeah. Take 50 fucking experience for that screaming, horrifying octopus.
Tight.
Oh, for fucking running some arrow through some face on that giant, you can have 50 for that, Pinwin. And for holding down the the far side and taking care of the crowd, Hirstag, you can have 50 experience points because
I killed
you.
all the orcs. I'm sorry, you weren't.
Oh no, you did. Yeah. You know what? You can have 25 experience for each of the orcs, and there were 4 of them, so that's 100.
I killed like 100 people.
Yeah.
Or like 50 people.
He said with a
something like
blank
that.
expression in his eyes, as if he doesn't have a soul. I killed like 100 people.
I saw that. You're probably gonna want to lay low for a while.
What about
Brick killed
using
a guy.
Dimension Door to move Tomar so
Oh
we
yeah,
can do
that was
damage
pretty
to the
good.
giant?
You can have 50 for that.
I got on the hammer because I wanted him to pick it up, you know?
Yeah.
And I was just going to do the climb up the arm thing.
You wanted that to be Shadow of the Colossus so bad.
Yeah, I was hoping for it.
But you know, it was a valiant attempt, so
Yeah.
you can have 20 for.
It was good.
Because if you can you imagine how that would have been if it had happened?
So cool.
That's so cool.
Theoretical XP. Convincing Smoochie to come along and showing him my progeny.
I like that the first words out of your mouth are "you want to go to a party."
wanna go to a fucking party.
For that line alone, you can have 100 experience points because that was
Awesome.
fantastic. That was a great
So
reunion.
you're invited to a
Yeah,
party.
you're invited to a party.
Yeah.
I think Pinwin should get some extra for the speech and the little performance.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can have 50 for that, and then Gorbel for leading it.
Yay.
You can have 50.
That was so sweet.
All right, you guys ready for the MVPC?
Yep.
I'm never ready. I
All
can't
right,
decide.
it's time
This is a
for
tough one.
Yep, it's gonna be a tough one tonight for tonight's MVPC. So that's right, folks. Tonight you're gonna vote. Remember, Tomar is 1, Hirstag's 2, Pinwin's 3, Gorbel's 4, and Willem is 5. So you'll hold up the finger of the amount of fingers of the person you want to vote for the MVPC. I'll give you 10 seconds to figure out what you want to do. Dum bop bop. Ba-da. Ba-da-da bop bum. Ba-dum. Ba-da-loo bop. All right. 1, 2, 3, vote. Oh, wow. Okay, so... All right. We've got 3 votes for Gorbel, 1 vote for Tomar, and 1 vote for Hirstag.
Woo!
Woo! All right.
Hirstag!
Gorbel, why did you vote for Hirstag?
I thought Hirstag was super useful during the session. I mean, everyone was, but he transported us twice and found out where Smoochie was. he did the whirlwind thing, which is like my favorite. Anytime I'm like starting to get a little drowsy or something, I just look over at Elijah, whipping around.
All right.
It's my favorite.
Fucking wind cone of doom.
Hirstag, why did you vote for Tomar?
Tomar took a lot of initiative. He was the one that did all the talking basically with Smoochie and stuff, which I thought was good. Earned a really powerful ally for the fight ahead. Yeah.
Cool. Pinwin, why'd you vote for Gorbel?
I voted for Gorbel because it was really cool how she just like did the gravity shit to the giant and the orcs like it was nothing, and then just like was super OP and then disintegrated him. So yeah.
Yeah. And
Awesome.
that awesome power that came with casting a level 8 spell.
Yeah, that was nuts.
I didn't even realize my own power.
Yeah. Willem, why'd you vote for Gorbel?
Pretty much identical. The fucking gravity spell was tight. The fucking disintegration was tight. And just all around, like, constantly staying in character, essentially. Like, constantly being Gorbel. Setting up the fair. Making sure everything's cool with Janice.
Like I didn't even do it.
Yeah.
Sweet. Tomar?
That's all there needs to be said, really.
All right.
And because, fuck Hirstag.
I feel
You
like
got it last time. So.
Got it.
if
Yeah,
you cast
metagaming.
Disintegrate, you like...
You win. You're MVP.
Yeah,
There it is,
you
guys.
caught the golden snitch. if you successfully cast Disintegrate, especially on something that large.
It's kinda like,
50-foot giant.
It's kind of like sleep, though, right? You if you get under a certain HP, then
Yeah, it's
they
like,
don't disintegrate.
No, it's not an HP thing. It's a hit or miss.
Yeah, but it's like if they are under a certain amount of HP, the amount of damage that it does, it's gonna wipe them out for sure. Especially casting it that high. Like, I had her roll, but it was unlikely that she wasn't gonna kill based on that spell.
But yeah, picturing
And he
that
was-
fucking giant thing just... yeah.
Just
Into
getting
nothing.
fucking, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so folks, that means tonight's MVPC is Gorbel. Take your 500 experience points and then like
Shove
give it to
it.
me later or something.
With
Lumpkin.
a blumpkin.
All right, you guys.
Circle.
Well, that is it for tonight. That was a very dramatic and epic session, and I think it was fun for everyone. It's very late here, so we're going to wrap it up real nice and tidy with a big old fucking bow.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, thanks for listening. We love all of you. Check out all our social media. Donate to our Patreon. Please, God, give us $1. Adrian Von Ziegler doing the background music. Chad Piper coming in hot with that intro song.
Piping.
Chad piping hot Piper. It's canon. And that's it for me, folks, and the rest of us. I am Seth, your DM and host, and this is the D20 Syndicate podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Goodbye. Bye.
Lindsey, you have a huge water bottle.
Thanks.
A lot of people tell me that.
What's a fun upbeat song? Other than
Our
Black Betty,
D&D.
bam-a-lam.
No.
Oh, Black Betty, bam-a-lam. Black Betty had a child, bam-a-lam, damn thing gone wild. Bam-a-lam, oh, Black Betty, bam-a-lam, always ready. Bam-a-lam, whoa, Black Betty, bam-a-lam, whoa, Black Betty, bam, 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 bam.
It's like that weird.
I didn't like that one. don't want that one.
It like
Are you
turns
saying
into
leedle, leedle, leedle?
If I was a rich man.
What would you do?
Thanks, I hate it.
We already got asked that question.
I know.
What would you do with the same
That sounds faster.
attitude?
If my Sam's out of tune. That was you were like my Sam out of tune.
What
Would you get back out and
with
leave
the
me?
same amount of tuna?
Would you make a sandwich?
On
With
top
three.
of me. Lend me that meat and I'll eat you.
The Lord of Parody.
It's hard.
What the?
Oh. 1, 2, 1, 2. Seven. Oh shit. What?
Oh yeah. Del the funky Homo sapien.
Anyway,
Why does dick wet?
I don't know. It's what came into my head first.
Because
Sometimes dicks just come in there.
Because
Feet
it's
wet.
the more graphic version of feet wet. Yeah. That's what you have to do.
I mean,
You
I
just
jump dick
amp it up
first into pools. I don't know about you.
every time, just to make sure the temperature's right.
This shrinks on contact. It's too cold.
It's too cold. Fuck that shit. Bugs Bunny the fuck out of there. Fuck physics. There's a bump dump.
That's what I was just going to say. Bump dump.
There's a bump dump, and it's gone
There's
too far because
Blumpkin.
you know it don't
That's when
matter
you're getting
anyway.
a blowjob
Yeah.
while you're taking a shit.
Ah,
I feel like that one's not exclusive to Juggalo.
Oh no, that's just the term.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, but bump dump is when your girl takes a shit during anal.
Tomas thought the emotion was boring.
While giving or receiving.
I mean, I'm assuming receiving.
Blumpkin. If you're on a blimp and taking a shit, is it a blimpkin?
Yes.
Nice.
Wicked shit.
Well, I had one of those.
Horrorcore music. Music by Psychopathic Records artists or any other Juggalo music.
Wicked shit.
Like Twisted.
Will you stop singing already?
How do you pronounce words that...
I'm trying to have an
start with
upbeat
a
one in my
6.
head.
I was
we're
wondering the
recording,
same thing. I
so
was
there'll be
pronouncing them
content
with
ID.
B's.
Stop.
So,
I didn't
if
realize
that's the
we were
case,
recording.
a Barney Alexander, a fake-ass Juggalo who thinks he's the shit,
Is
but
this
ain't
what we're
nothing but a
sharing now?
fuckboy.
We'll lose all our Juggalo fans.
Is there
can't keep
D&D
this
related
in here.
Juggalo stuff?
I was just thinking that. I wonder if there's any juggalos that get like gather around and play D&D.
Surely.
They'd have a word for it.
Can we have a?
They all play warlocks.
Can we have a
Juggalo.
D&D Juggalo?
an ICP themed?
Huh?
Can we have an ICP themed campaign?
Dungeloads.
It takes place. The whole thing takes place at a barbecue in the back of an abandoned amusement park.
In Detroit.
Yes.
Flint.
So, what the fuck? I was reading that at concerts they like spray Faygo all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
How sticky!
Ugh.
And you're wearing like a load of makeup. That just sounds like
Ugh.
a mess. But that's how you get a blue neck, or is it blue? Is it blue neck? I think it's when you're like, yeah, blue neck. When a
love that you're
juggalo
so
is
entrenched.
rocking so hard at the carnival that their makeup starts to run down their neck.
Wow.
Do you need an example?
Yep.
Juggalo 1. Whoa, look at that blue neck over there with the hatchet. Juggalo 2. Yeah, he's tearing shit up in that pit.
With a hatchet?
Whoop whoop.
Probably a
Another-
tattoo or maybe a real hatchet. I don't know.
Or like a juggalo
They
word
carry
for something?
a bunch of them carry hatchets, but they're in like they have like the protective leather binding over the
I still
blade.
don't like it.
But they're real.
So Smoochie's a juggalo.
I love that you're. Who's the woman who lived with and studied the apes?
Jane Goodall.
Jane
I was gonna
Goodall.
say
You're
Jane
like the Jane
Foster.
Goodall of juggalos. You're juggalo at all.
I just want to know.
I need to know.
It is a cultural
Tell me
phenomenon.
juggalo, cause I
Jane
need
Juggalo.
to know juggalo.
That's a little fast.
Dum, 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 dum,
That was
dum, dum,
good.
dum, dum.
God. I thought we were continuing.
Now, like cats.
Oh God, I hate this already.
What else can we do? Chicken.
Whales.
Oh, whales.
This sounds like one of those shitty synth keyboards. Somebody doesn't know how to play. Like, yeah. Oh, ow, 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 ow.
And then they hit the default beat.
Oh, ow, 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 ow. There's no limits.
Please edit this. And
Oh, I will.
Doing it.
delete the entire thing.
Throw it in the trash.
Set it on
I
fire.
throw the whole computer in the trash and set it on fire and go,
And then
wait!
Take a dump on it and then wait for somebody to
Oh
come.
my God.
Oh my God. Okay, we're done. We're done with that.
You uncultured fowl.
La-dee-dee, 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 lo, la-dee-dee, 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 lo, la-dee-dee, la-dee-dee, la-dee, 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 la-dee-dee, la-dee, 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 la-dee-dee.
One, two, 1, 2.
9, 10, 9, 10. I love those.
69.